Good morning, it's Rick from Overdue Homestead. As you can hear, the guineas are squawking or whatever they do. But these guineas actually, while I was in Florida, decided they didn't want to go back in the coop at night. So they now roost in that tree right up there. They get all the way up in the very, very top of it. They jump from limb to limb to limb. To get up there, they start off on top of the chicken pen there, fly to the first limb, and then they just keep hopping up. But anyway, I bought those for pest control more than anything. You know, I hope any coons or any other critters don't get them, but, you know, unfortunately, that's the way it is. Yeah, in the wintertime now, when food is very scarce and it's hard for them to find food, I'm sure they'll probably start going back up in the coop. It's about 7:30 in the morning, and I'm running really late. I haven't let the chickens out yet. And this is the little chicken coop that the guineas and the bannies are in. And there's, I think, 4 guineas that still go in there, then all the bannies still go in there. But I'm going to open it up. You guys will see him come out in the mornings. You can hear that rooster. He's ready to come out of there. And then that's the old hen that the neighbor gave me. And they're coming out of there. Come to food bowl with them. And of course they get fed, feed during the day too. But they actually forage for most of their food. They're still coming out of there. And this was the original pen that I grew them out in. I built it to grow them out in. And it's 10 by 10, 6 foot high. Well, it's not quite 6 foot high. Yeah, it is. It's 6 foot high. And then this little coop here was originally, I started building it, you know, with a rustic look. I was going to use it as a chicken tractor. But I just don't have the time because I still have to get the house built. I have to get so many other things done. You know, maybe I bit off a little more than I can chew, but I will get it all done, you know, as far as getting the animals when I did. But, you know, I bought all my animals young. I didn't buy any older animals from people that were sick or dying. That wouldn't make it through the winter. I bought, like all the chickens were baby chicks. And I'll explain, because this thing now have the barred rock pullets in here, which are the hens that will lay the eggs. And I still have all the turkeys in here. And I hadn't been letting them out because the turkeys at night do not want to go back in. They would get up on top of the pen up here and want to roost up there, and I sure am not going to let them out. But yesterday I actually let them out for the first time in a long time and let the barred rock pullets out for the first time. And they actually came back in really easily. The turkeys, I had to corral them and kind of wrangle them back up in there and get them back in there. I actually threw some scratch, which is chopped corn, in the ground on the inside, and they came running in to eat it, of course. But anyway, I'm going to let them all out, and they're very overcrowded in here. And I'll show you what I'm doing to resolve that problem as soon as I get them out of here, because, like I said, they grow so fast. They just outgrew this thing so fast. I mean, and I wasn't expecting them to grow that fast. And those turkeys are getting big. I mean, they're fine. They're doing good. But they're just too overcrowded in that little chicken house there. And those big old turkeys, I didn't expect them to grow that fast, but they did. They grew so fast. And they got so big. And they're still getting bigger. They're not done growing yet. So, actually, I'm going to go ahead and turn them loose here. You guys can see. And the guineas, of course, they're waiting to try to get in there to get some of the food. I'm just going to open the door, and they'll actually just come out when they're ready to come out. Here comes the rest of them. They're looking for food too. But anyway, I've watched a few videos, and of course I get a lot of my information and a lot of ideas and stuff from different videos from different people on YouTube, and that's where I've learned a lot of stuff. But I got this idea, and I've seen a few other people do different things with this, but Texas Prepper, he's built out of these cattle panels and 2x6 lumber. He's built some greenhouses. He's built goat shelters, or sheep shelters, I may say. What else has he done with this? He's actually built chicken coop out of this, little chicken tractors or whatever. But he's done a few different things, and it's really not one that I wanted to build. But you know, as for now, because time is very limited, I need to get the house done. But I got to get the animals situated. I got to make sure they're going to be safe and they're going to be warm during the winter and everything, and I have plenty of room. So I got to take care of them, because I can take care of myself, but they depend on me to take care of them. But this is, and one of the things, I don't know if Texas Prepper knew or just forgot to mention or whatever in this video, but these cattle panels, when you buy them, they're 16 feet long by 4 foot. Well, I bought 16-foot boards, and I thought, well, you know, I'll build this thing 16 foot long, and on the inside of it, in one side, is going to be like the coop part that's actually going to be rounded and built into it, so it'd make it easier to move around, pull around, you know, as I need to with the tractor, of course, because this is going to be kind of heavy. But when I bought the panels, I thought, okay, 16 by 4, by 16-foot boards, they're going to be 16 feet. Well, ends up my panels are 4 foot, 4.5 inches wide, which means I got a 16-inch board down there. The last cattle panel is not going to fit. I got over a foot too much cattle panel to fit inside of a 16-foot. And there's only 3 panels in there. So anyway, what I'm going to do, I'm going to extend that board out. And I'm going to use the rest of that cattle panel, because I don't want to waste it. I don't want to cut it and waste it. And I'll just make it a little bit longer, another foot or so long, a little over a foot longer. But anyway, so anybody that watches this video or watches Texas Prepper, and go check out his channel. He's got some great ideas on using these cattle panels for doing different things. And that's one of the things I thought about doing this. Later on, I'm planning on building a real big coop with different runs running off of it for the turkeys, the chickens, and stuff like that. That I could turn this into a greenhouse. I could do a lot of things with it. But anyway, go check out his channel, because he's got a lot of great ideas for these things, and it may give you an idea. And they're cheap, but they're not cheap. It's kind of hard to explain. The cattle panels cost me, I think, 22, 23 bucks a piece. The lumber, I don't even remember what it costs, but it's pressure treated lumber. But when it comes down to time, it's so much faster. And of course, I'm gonna wrap it with chicken wire, and I have baling wire where I can tie it all down. But when it comes down to time, I can build it so much faster and have the chickens in there and go on to the next project. So it actually saves me time, so it's well worth. And again, it's not really that expensive. And what I spent $100 on the panels, the lumber's not too much. I'll probably end up with a couple of $100 in the whole deal, which I don't think is too bad, or maybe a little more. But anyway, this is just some updates I'm catching up on. I got a lot of updates to catch up on. And I don't want to stress this video out too long, but I think this is going to work out really good. Like I said, I can move it when I need to move it. Then once I've got the house done and livable and everything, I can find, well, my wife can pick where she wants the chicken coop to go. And I'll actually build a big, nice walk-in chicken coop. With different sections, where like one section would be just for the turkeys, because we want to raise them and breed them and raise them, because we like to eat a lot of turkey. And then, you know, one side for the laying hens, and then, you know, another section for the meat chickens and stuff like that. So, but one of the things is that when I get these out, these turkeys and these laying hens out of here, I need to get them out of there anyway, because I have Jersey Giant chicks. Well, they're not chicks anymore. They're getting pretty big. But I have them in a small little chicken tractor-like deal right now. They need to go in there to grow out, because those are the ones that are going to be butchered, you know, and go in the freezer. So, but anyway, guys, I don't want to bore you anymore with this. I got a lot of work to do, and I appreciate all the support you guys give. And if you like these videos, just check just to subscribe and like. All right, talk to you later, guys. Have a nice day.